In the vein of Dr. Seuss, oh what, oh what are you? What do you do? And why do you glow blue? The answer is, this is a cathode ray tube, the kind you used to watch TV on if you're 30, 40 years old, except that this is a special one. It's only 5 inches, and it's a single color. If you notice, it's got a blue sticker here, and the end of the part number has a B on it. Its job was only to do the blue portion of an image in a projector. So there'd be a red one of these and a green one. And they were used so hard in order to project a large screen image that they would only last 6 months of continuous operation. And if you notice, this one has Australia burned into it. It was part of a map. And Australia is upside down and backwards because that would be swapped as it went through the lens to project on the screen. Notice that it has glycol literally in front of the tube. That was to help keep the whole rig cool. Now, my hypothesis is that these glow blue because the same way that the electron beam screaming down this thing and smashing into the front of this as it traced out an image would excite the phosphorus, blue doped phosphorus, I think this ultraviolet light is stimulating that phosphorus. Pretty sure if there's someone who can correct the professor, he would be delighted. This is the AT&T Network Operations Center in the mid-'80s, and this is where those tubes were used. Each one of these projectors, as I said, would use 3 of those tubes, one green, one red, and one blue. You notice the map down there to the left, that's probably, you see the one with Australia there, third one from the left on the bottom, that's probably one of the tubes that I just showed you. Now, this was such a job to keep this thing tubed. One of these projectors would come out, the lens assembly would have to be removed. Each of the 3 tubes would have to be removed, so you disconnected connectors and you had to take the electromagnetic coils off of each one of them. Then you put them all back together with new tubes in it. And when you were done with that, you had to realign all the magnetic coils and reconverge the red, green, and blue images so they were perfectly overlapping. This was such a job on these 75 projectors that literally one of my fellow engineers was completely dedicated to nothing more than replacing these. There was 15 spares, which represented 1 row of this thing. And when he was done retubing and converging them all, a whole row would be swapped out, and then he would work on the next row. Kind of like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. You start at one end, and when you're done, you go back to the beginning and just start over again.